The Gladstone Arms is a long-standing pub south of London Bridge, now operated by Megha Khanna, where she serves up excellent pours and pub fare with a terrific Indian twist. We met up at the Arms for some nosh with Susan Allen, an entrepreneur who, with her partner Tara Chandra, launched the organic feminine products line Here We Flo. We see no problem whatsoever with a conversation about tampons while eating and drinking our hearts out, and neither should you.
This is a very fitting scenario. We have a team of 14 incredible women, all foodies. So we spend so much of our time eating food together. So this was the fastest yes I've ever given for any invite.
It's really interesting because I never grew up hearing about organic tampons, organic sanitary pads, right? And you want to trust the things that you're inserting inside your body, and it was just a given, or it is just a given for many people, right? It is still a given. And I find when I started learning about organic products, I felt robbed. I honestly felt robbed. I felt so disappointed. And then, you go internal like, well, why didn't you ask questions? Why didn't you do this? But because it's just not out there, that information isn't out there. I'm so glad that you and your company are doing what you can to spread that word.
Yeah, that's what was really shocking for us is like we found out in doing research, you didn't have to put ingredients on the product. So you would never know because the ingredients list wasn't on the box. So it was very much like a side hustle until the end of 2019. We got an account with Boots here, which is like a CVS.
You like that place?
And so that's when we raised our first round of like seed funding, hired our first 2 people, and closed in February 2020. And then the world shut down, including UK retail. But luckily we got pulled into sort of like organically into the US, the Pacific Northwest. Urban Outfitters wanted to do like a short-term collab with us. So we set up like a warehouse out there and got everything set up and then started selling into the natural channels up and down the West Coast. And so just built very organically in that way. And now we're with Whole Foods, full chain in the US. And on this side of the pond, we're in like Boots, Superdrug. We're actually very exciting, launching with our first grocer on Monday. We're launching with Tesco, which is the biggest supermarket.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's what's been taking up my time since the start of the year, but really excited for that. The vision is really to be everywhere that you see any other conventional brand to give people that sustainable swap.
You've been living here for a number of years, and I wanted to take me on that journey. Like, how did you end up here as an expat in London? With Montserrat as your cultural roots, island girl here in Jamaica. So let's hear a little bit about that.
So funny enough, like I grew up knowing that I had British citizenship. It didn't mean anything until I came to study. But my mom is the last of 10 children, and 3 of her older siblings settled here. So I still have cousins in Wales that I haven't met yet. So when I came to study, it was actually really comforting because I got to reconnect with my family and just felt really comfortable. So even after my first module here, I went back home to my husband and we need to move to London.
So what's it like being an expat in London? Or do you consider yourself an expat, by the way?
I am. I mean, I don't have the accent. It's really funny because I have my British passport. When I'm traveling and I give it to them and then they hear me speak, they're just very confused.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
What I've learned in even traveling around Europe is that you do have a sort of American privilege where you're treated differently even from other black people who they see from immigrants from Africa or other places. So I think it's pretty comfortable, and I think since I had my son and just being really conscious of all the gun laws or lack of gun laws in the US, it's also felt much more safer being here and raising him here.